Happy Halloween, y'all, and welcome back to Chef Wannabe's Life. My name is Chris, if you're new, and if you're back after time and time again, welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I love chatting with you in the comments. So, we are going to make 3 Halloween snacks, treats, party food, and these are all things that I make every year and have for years. And we're starting out with the infamous meat face. This might be too gross for you to eat, or for your guests to eat, or your family to eat, but it is so fun. There are a few things I changed out. I used this pre-packaged ham this year, and I did not use prosciutto over the top, which I usually do. I do that for 2 reasons. Prosciutto is way pinker, so it looks more like skin. And it is expensive, so I just do the top layer. I cut it up in lots of pieces, so there's lots of it, and then I put usually deli, really thin sliced ham on the bottom. I was at Aldi, it was my only choice, and so I got what I could. And in this blog post, which will be linked below, I say that this would work really well, and it does not. So I will remove that statement out of there. I mean, you just work with what you have, but I like to use ham because it's pink, etc., etc. So I bought this skull at Dollar Tree, covered it with saran wrap, used press and seal. Press and seal is better. I mean, you can wash it and use it that way, which mine is always washed, but I still have to cover it. I can't. So you are going to cover him up with ham, all the ham that you need to cover him. By the way, the tray he's on is coming in a video later this week of some Halloween Dollar Tree DIYs. So you could use this as as a charcuterie board. I mean, that's kind of what it is. I have it listed as a meat and cheese platter. That was before the word charcuterie became, trendy. There are a couple of things that I would have added. I usually use regular plastic or rubber eyeballs from Dollar Tree because they have almost like a foot on them, and I can put them in the eye sockets and then lay ham over that foot and they stay. This year I wanted to use olives, and I kind of had to poke a hole in the meat in the eye socket. Oh my god, this sounds so morbid, you guys. So I had to poke a hole in the eye socket meat, just a little bit, or you could use a dab of cream cheese on the back of your olive and stick it in there, use it as glue. See, if you're mad at somebody, poke eyeballs out of meat face and you'll feel better. And then I ended up, you can't really see when I do it, but I ended up putting the rest of the olives kind of there on the right side of him. I wish I would have added some maybe grapes or almonds, some strawberries, but I digress. I really just wanted to give you the meat face experience. What you aren't going to see, because I can't find the clip, is me making the crostini. I use a really skinny baguette, cut it probably just pretty thin, you'll see. I oiled it with olive oil, flipped it around so it was on both sides. I added salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, and that's it. Put it on broil until it is crispy, and there you go. And then I use the pre-sliced mozzarella. You can use whatever cheese you want, clearly. I just always go for fresh mozz because, I mean, come on. Who doesn't? But see, they're kind of between my second row of crostini and cheese. I wish I would have put maybe some grapes or strawberries. Maybe a little bit of some nuts or something like that. Anyway, you do whatever works best for you and whatever you like. And then what will happen when you go to serve him, you need a little cocktail fork or just a little fork, and then people will have to peel his skin off to eat it. Now, I don't know if that's the grossest thing you've ever heard of, but it's kind of amazingly gross. Somebody can eat an eyeball. I never usually do. a mouth and nose, but I did this year. I don't know why. And then I will also show you my original meat face, and I did it, set him up a little bit different. You'll see the look of the prosciutto around him. Like, he needs a facelift there. This is amazing. Next, we are going to make bones. There's a story for everything, isn't there? So I preach to you guys who tell me all the time that you can't melt chocolate in the microwave because it seizes up, yada, yada, yada. Never happens to me because I'm very patient, 30 seconds at a time, whatever. Okay, let me get back to you. You're just gonna need these small pretzel sticks and mini marshmallows. You're gonna make bones, and even if the pretzels break, you're just gonna put a marshmallow on each broken end. So anyway, I scorched my first round of white chocolate. And I thought to myself, girlfriend, you get one more shot at this. See, there, I broke it. See how I managed to tell you 2 stories at a time? Anyway, so I did that. And so I started a new one. You guys, I scorched it again. So I added some vegetable oil. I nearly used my immersion blender. And I just went with it. So, you know, my trailer says, join me for the hits and sometimes misses of my kitchen and my life. Well, this was a miss. Tasted amazing, but just didn't look, you know, as great as I wanted it to. But I'm sharing it anyway because sometimes that's how things go. Because I thought, oh, I can't share that. Well, why can't I share that? I do lots of imperfect things. So, it is just keeping it 100 here, guys. You know that. So you're going to dip them, and you're going to put them on a piece of parchment or whatever you have to put them on, foil, parchment, and let them set up. They're really good, that salty pretzel with that white chocolate. And then you get the surprise of the mushy marshmallow under the white chocolate. It's pretty delightful. If I had to eat a bone, this is the kind of bone I'd want to eat. I one time did a goodie platter as a thank you for my parents' doctor's office, and I made these and put it on there in addition to the next little snack we're making, and I thought it was amazing. And again, at the end of these, I'll show you what they look like when you don't scorch your white chocolate. They're super easy. Get the kids in the kitchen. And it's not like monstrous and vile and gross. It's just some bones. So you're not, you know, nobody's getting scared or any of that. It might be fun to make them and then let them use the white chocolate to hook them together to make a skeleton or what they think their body looks like. There they are, the bag of bones. Fun. Love them. Next, we're on to the second grossest thing, and that is going to be bloody Band-Aids. I'm pretty sure I saw this on Yo-Yo Max's channel years ago. And I love gross stuff, so I literally have been making them every single year. So you take some of the rest of that, you know, burnt white chocolate, put it down the center of your graham cracker after you've broken them apart, and then you'll use like red gel icing is what I used. You can also use red gel food coloring and just use a toothpick and smear some red on there and get some blood up on your Band-Aids. And I think these are fun too. Make sure to keep these in an airtight container because they will go stale in about 20 minutes. So I hope that you enjoyed these fun little Halloween treats. I will see you in my next video, and until we meet again, do not forget to eat good food. Bye everybody, talk to you in the comments.